Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I am on vacation, but nothing gets in the way of me in the After Hours Gaming League Sunday Night Cast. In this week's match, it's the playoffs. That's right. A bazillion teams have been battling for 9 solid weeks. The round of 16 lineups have been decided, and we're going to be watching one of them matches tonight. It's going to be Team Raytheon versus Team Cegeka. And I don't know if that's even how to pronounce it. But they're from Belgian land. They're a software company that is new to the AHGL this season, playing for Child's Play. Now, keep in mind, these teams are competing for $5,000 of my money to donate to the charity of their choosing. To do so, they will have to advance through many, many rounds. Starting with this one, the round of 16 best of 7, down in the bottom right-hand corner from Belgium land. It is Cegeka's Kenter. And up in the top left corner, from Raytheon, it's Fire Ferret. That's right, not the Earth, Water, or Wind Ferret, but the Fire Ferret. There's actually no Heart Ferret, because we don't draw our inspiration from Captain Planet, we do so from Avatar: The Last Airbender. Now, one thing that's very important to keep in mind is that these are members of corporations who are casual tryhards playing for fun and for charity. If you're looking for the tippest and toppest tiers of matches, well, you've already missed DreamHack for the day. Watch those VODs. For here, we get to admire those who spend 40 hours a week working, and then another 40 hours a week playing. Oh, yes. It's going to be a PvT on Daedalus Point. Interesting to not see a Zerg get sent out on this map, as Zerg players do tend to like these very wide entrances at the front that are far away from the natural expansion. Also, the thirds tend to be very open, and most Zerg players are aware that open maps favor them. They don't know why, they just kind of repeat that, because that's what a lot of commentators say. And there you go. So it looks like Fire Ferret is opening up with that one opening that Terran players are allowed to do. A Reaper. Seems like a legit way, a legitimate path, a reasonable set of things to do. Cegeka's Kenter, on the other hand, is building pylons and gateways and assimilators in the usual way that we always see players do. In StarCraft 2, the variation is not too mighty for the first, I would say, 4 or 5 minutes of the game. So let's talk a little bit about the long-term plans for these players. In terms of the mid-game plan for a Protoss player on this map, as much as we love to talk about how Blinkstalker is so imba, getting up into the main base is a little challenging. There's a very small gap here that you can pierce through, and this area is relatively easy to defend anyways. So I'm not the biggest fan of Blinkstalker play, unless you want to go pretty heavy commitment with it, like a 5 gateway Blinkstalker. Super, super aggressive, and even then, doing it quickly is, I still think, not going to be particularly strong. I do like just very generalist air openings. You'll note that the back of the main base has quite a huge, gigantic spread on the back. Very easy for oracles to slip in here. Fire Ferret is doing a rather typical build. We'll come back to him in a little bit. But right now I think Kenter is wise to be holding off on his tech choices. This is a map where the element of surprise is pretty significant. Can actually get you pretty strong dividends, considering there's just, again, so much damn space that the Terran player needs to defend from air and ground alike. But what is the tech choice of Kenter going to be? Mr. Kenter. Oh my god, he chrono boosted out the Stalker, but it's stuck. It's stuck behind the buildings. There's already 1 kill, 2 kills, oh, 3 kills. Wow, a 3-kill Reaper is certainly going to be ruining the day of our Protoss buddy Kenta. Now, in terms of what his follow-up will be, he does have the opportunity to just go maybe for a very aggressive 3-gate. Those tend to work out very well because the bunker is so far away from the natural expansion, but it will be an Oracle selection from Kenter. Love, love, love any Oracle play. I mean, he can even go Void Ray and bust down the front for the same reason. This front is very, very far away from where repair-worthy SCVs would be. Now, on Camp Ferret, he's doing what I would call the sort of hyper-modern answer to the Stalker play. Modern is the thing that everyone's doing. Hyper-modern is what it looks like everyone's going to be doing. And old school is anything that you want to do to sound like you know what you're talking about. Ah! The secrets of commentary being revealed. But yeah, this is the hyper-modern answer to Blink Stalker play. Generally what players are doing is some sort of defensive fashion, but this structure right here, 3 barracks, 2 with the 2 add-ons on them, provides you just enough firepower to actually move down the ramp and cut the Blink Stalkers off before they ever really get anywhere. And you also have quite a bit of muscle with which to do things. PDT Pacific Day 9 time, 7 p.m. That's when the cast goes down. I like that, Kitty. Kitty is someone in the chat that I'm referring to for any of you watching on YouTube. I'm not just talking about cats willy-nilly. Looks like we're seeing that Oracle pop out for the first time this game. Fire Ferret, great distribution of Marines, does not really know where anything's going to be popping out. He's trying to cut off the rightmost flank because that's a very common entry point for these sorts of attacks. Oh no! Kenter tried to go a little bit aggressive with his Oracle and is Oracle-less. And this is Ferret's signal to just move out. This, again, we say hyper-modern. Don't we sound cool? Ooh, ooh, ooh! The hyper-modern decision. Get enough Marine Marauder to move down your ramp early. Don't wait for the medevacs. Use muscle. In particular, use muscle that's in conjunction with this stim pack. Now, traditionally, we like to use our Photon Overcharge. I say we because I play Protoss, because, as everyone knows, all you have to do is have a 1 button and an A button. You don't even need eyes or thumbs or posable digits. You can just be stumps with those 2 buttons, and off you go to winning. And what we traditionally do is Photon Overcharge to defend these kinds of attacks. But a Photon Overcharge is still not going to quite be enough if that stim upgrade is done. Beautiful job by Fire Ferret baiting that out. Fire Ferret now has a very clean and clear opportunity to just chill. He's going to be getting up his medevacs or whatever on Earth he wants and proceeding somewhat normally. Now, Kenter is now down 100. He cannot do any scout recalling. He cannot do a double Photon Overcharge to defend against counterattacks. He's going to have to play quite a bit more defensively. Kenter is actually doing a PVZ style, walling off with gateways. And it looks like with his Twilight Council in the back seat, Kenter is more than likely going to be doing something Templar-ish, especially with these gateways, especially with the lack of robotics facility. But things are looking better and better for Fire Ferret as we see 22 Marines. Beautiful decision in terms of composition. Doesn't want to overcommit to Marauders as he hasn't really seen a super-duper Blink Stalker play. Now there's 1 medevac. I would imagine a second medevac would come up. What do you know? My clairvoyance is on point today. Fire Ferret has all the usual makeup of a strong main base. The big question now is the Terran player going to be adding on a 3rd command center? Or is he going to go balls to the wall and keep on adding on barracks? Now, if you play Terran, you call that aggressive, because it makes you sound powerful. If you're a Protoss player, you call that all-in, cheap newbie behavior, because it wins a lot. Now, Kenter is going, wow, interesting, not for Twilight Council, but straight for Storm. This is a style that Liquid Hero popularized quite a bit during his days of winning tournaments, which is pretty much any day of any year since StarCraft 2 came out. What you do is you delay going for a lot of the upgrades. Notice that we're 11 minutes and no upgrades have yet been started, and you rush out Psionic Storm to try to deal with these impending troops of doom. But uh-oh, it looks like Kenter's felt the pressure. Has the counterattack pylon ready. 3rd Command Center going down. He felt the pressure. He built the sentries first. Uh-oh, there's the first invasion. Will he get the Guardian Shields now? The Guardian Shields are a little more important than the Force Fields right now, but he's just attacking. Ooh! Everything's disintegrating. Everything is so dead. It's dead, dead, dead. Stalkers being morphed in, dead. One of them gets 1 shot off, the other one dead. Where's the Mothership Core? Nowhere. Oh my god. This is just... oh my god. 49-0 army supply. Alright, Kenter's gonna have to get creative. He's warping in a Templar. Oh, if he had just warped in Templar instead of the sentries, everything could have been better in his life. But right now, Kenter is getting pounded into the ground. Fire Ferret using just some sick kung fu moves. Has a big scar on his eye, wants to impress his father. Oh no. Now, if this is the Protoss I know and love, then these 2 storms are going to turn this game around and even things up. Probes moving forward. Uh-oh. They don't have the energy yet. Oh my god, it's like when they try to make you run the mile when you're in 5th grade. You just got to school. It's 8 in the morning. Still too tired. Not enough energy. Alright, probes coming off the line. Oh my god, he's been forced to retreat. Well, this is just... Oh my god. Oh my god, there's just so many troops. Wow. He's taking an arrow to, like, not just his knee, to every joint. There's just arrows sticking out of him willy-nilly. Poor Kenter. He has the one hero Templar, who is totally in Taro Dooning. Okay, it's time to re-expand. Probably a double expand is the correct choice in this position. I mean, certainly he's a bajillion food behind, but that doesn't mean that you can't make good choices. He's going to expand probably right when that army arrives, because that is the way that luck goes in StarCraft. Is he going to try to expend a storm? Oh my god, his only storm didn't hit anything. Oh my god. Oh no. That's like when you stab your date with a corsage. You only have one corsage. GG! Raytheon takes the early lead in this AHGL round of 16 match. I couldn't remember what the word for it is, but I've remembered it now. It means Raytheon is leading in the octofinals. That's right. There's finals, semifinals, quarterfinals, and the octofinals. Oh yes, indeedy do. Raytheon with this 1-0 lead will have a little bit of momentum in their court, but of course, given that this is the AHGL, bam, things aren't over yet. A best of 7 will ensue after this short break.